Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do some more hidden message word finds. The last one I did, well the only one I did so far on this channel, it wasn't frustrating, but it was definitely a little annoying. So I think I might do this actually. Let's hold on to this page. It gives, oh, this is the last one I did. It gives you an idea of what the leftover words are going to spell. And I said the last time, instead of I do, little lines, I make sure I will cross the words out way better so that I don't confuse myself. Alright, I'm going to do this one. I'm not going to look no more. This one is stores galore. The leftover letters will reveal a venerable Chinese proverb. So let's do this. Stores galore, I guess things that are in stores, it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong. Pharmacy. Alright, let's make sure we cross them out really good, because the last puzzle, yeah, it was a bit frustrating trying to find out what the secret word is, but I do like them. It's fun. Gift. I think I see a word here. Let me see. Scout. Discount. Knew it was some type of word. I think I see a word here, but I'm not quite sure yet. Hold on. Share. I might have to come back to this. I don't know. Okay, we'll come back to that. I'm sure there's a word there. Furniture. Found stationery. Backwards. Let's see. I see the word rag here, but is it part of another word? Or maybe it's this way. Alright, well, let's move on. So we have goods. Oh, here we go. Goods right here. Oh, wait. Sporting goods. So I gotta, here we go. Cross all of that out. And I see mosh. Is this any type of word? Mosh. Okay, it might not be a word. Sometimes you see bits of a word or something that looks like a word, and I'm just looking to see if it's there or if it spells a part of a word. Alright, we got camera, canteen, music, package, hardware, drug, dress, fish, florist. I usually see, if I see words, any type of word in here, and then if I see the word, I'll see if it's in some, the words that I'm looking for. But besides that, I'll just skim through the words here and then just sporadically look for them. Most of the time, I'm not necessarily just looking for one word per se, like looking for multiple. The thing with crossing them off like that is, you see this? I just crossed off this F kind of harder, you know? Alright, I'm gonna I think I'm gonna not cross them off this much, like, because they still might connect, you know, to other words. So, but with the last one, I noticed just doing one line kind of confused me, because I did the line, I would do lines crooked or something like that, and it looked like a letter wasn't crossed off and it was, or wasn't, and you know, basically created confusion for me. Because once I find all of the letters, if you're not familiar with the hidden message word find, once I find all the letters, all of the words, once I find them off and cross them off, the remaining letters will spell out a word, or in this case, a Chinese proverb. So the last time it spelled out a full sentence, a long sentence. So it's not actually, it's just not a word. So I kind of got to be careful. I can't find co-op. I've been eyeing it, looking for this. I can't find it. That should be fairly easy. Alright, let's look for COO. Then I see this here. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say it should be pretty easy. Alright, so I'm gonna make sure I cross the word out good enough, but not this. Let's not cover the whole thing. Alright, we got glossary. Lamp, luggage. It's so crazy, all of these words. I don't know. It fits all these words will fit in here, but then there'll still be letters left over. You would think. Also, I'm very curious how they even make these puzzles, because I'm sure they've made hundreds of thousands of puzzle books like this where there's hidden words. Hidden message, not a word, because it's not just a word. Where it's like hidden message. I'm looking for dairy. Like, how do they even make this? That's a little bit fascinating to me. It's a lot fascinating to me, actually. You know, they make it so it's perfect, where you can find these words, and whatever is left over spells out a sentence. Alright, so hair salon, is that? Yes, I found that. I know I have not forgotten about my small puzzle book that had the daily puzzles. It's just that I was way ahead. I'm actually still ahead. I think I got up to like the 12th of September, and we're not there yet. So I said I'll fill the space with some more word puzzles in a different book. So I actually got a few different books. I got 2 of these hidden message word finds. They had 2 volumes, because this one is volume 132. I think I got 131 as well. I had to make sure it wasn't the same thing. And then I got another regular puzzle book, which I don't like too much because it flips this way, you know. It's not like this, a regular book. But yeah, we're kind of filling that space now because I'm no longer behind on the daily word puzzle book. If I did the daily word puzzle and just did one a day, it'll be a very short video. It would probably be like 5 to 7 minutes. And I don't really like doing that. Even though some of you tell me 5 minutes in and you're asleep. Still, you know. I like to make the videos a little bit longer for y'all. And I'm actually a huge ASMR fan myself. I watch ASMR every day. I think probably like 80% of what I watch on YouTube is ASMR. And my favorite ASMR YouTubers, I love when they post long videos. Because sometimes I'm not going to sleep right away. Sometimes I just want to sit down and relax and listen to them. And sometimes I'm not going to sleep. I'm doing something else. And I want a little something in the background, but something relaxing and calming in the background. So I'll put ASMR on. So with my favorite YouTube ASMR people, I know some people could say ASMR artists. I hate that. So my favorite ASMR YouTubers, when they upload videos, they're like between half hour and an hour. I'm like, yes. I'm excited about that. Yeah, the ASM artist. I don't know why. I just don't like that phrase. So I always, even though it's longer, I just always say ASMR YouTuber. But ASM artist, I'm like, ugh, I hate that. Alright, right now I'm looking for antique. We're getting down to the wire right now, so things are closing in, and I gotta look around a little bit more because I've crossed these off darker. So let's see. Let's look for variety. We have variety. We have shoe. Alright, I found shoe right here. Variety shouldn't be too hard because it's a V. So look for V's. Okay, I've been eyeing this V, but going this way, like, it didn't spell it out. Okay. And now I'm looking for music. We got music, we got book, butcher, canteen, chain, antique. Actually, we got a whole bunch of words to look for. Alright, we got canteen right here. And then let's look for chain. Chain, oh, here we go. Camera, book, butcher. Look at book right here. But you see how crossed off these are? So now I gotta really look. So, gotta be careful with how dark I'm crossing them off. Gotta still be able to see the letters. So we got antique and camera, music left. Alright. Let me look for music. Music looks like it's causing a bit of trouble with being found. So I'm gonna look for SIC. Looking for partial word usually helps. Look, oh, there we go. See? Look at this. The M and the U was kind of crossed off hard. Maybe next time I'll try doing this. You know how people used to do this? Some people do that. Some people cross it out. Crossing it out is just easier. And then most people probably do this. Nah, I don't really like doing that. But then circling each letter is more time consuming, right? Maybe I'll try these little circles next time. Alright, we got one more, then we're gonna find what the hidden message is. I'm doing a little dance. Antique. Oh, here we go. Antique. Alright. I got my little book. Just give me a second. See the last time? That was the last puzzle. Flavors. The colors, the textures of something about a cook. That's what the last one was. Alright, let's do this. So it's a Chinese proverb. Sorry, I think sometimes I have problems with saying R's. I think it's a New York thing. I didn't realize how much of a New York accent I had until I moved to Nashville. And when I was working there, every single person was like, "You're from New York?" And I'm like, "What the heck? Like, how did you know that?" And they started pointing out like certain things I would say, like coffee and certain other words. And I'm like, "What? I don't sound like that." And then I started realizing, yeah, I sound like that. And it's crazy because now I'll say words and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm even pronouncing it. Like, I'm not even fully pronouncing the word. Like, I missed the L. See that? How easy it is to miss, especially when you're yapping. But yeah, I'm like, I can't even realize. Like, I don't even realize. But then after a while, I started realizing, like, sometimes when I pronounce sometimes when I pronounce R's, I just don't say the R and it sounds strange. I must have a problem with saying letters, certain words with R's in it. Even though they're crossed off still so hard, I still missed still got stuck on a few. Okay, so a shopkeeper should always have, gotta remember it's a Chinese proverb. A shopkeeper should always have a, what should they always have? A ready, I almost missed that Y too. And I know the way I'm writing stuff is like, it looks crazy. For some reason I have to write it big and just like, you know. I don't know why. I have to write it big. Oh, that's it. I automatically put the E. I didn't even see that. I automatically assumed it though. A shopkeeper should always have a ready smile. Agreed. Absolutely. I love that one. Gotta love Chinese proverbs. They're always on point, right? Stores galore. Okay, so that it connected in that way. Interesting. I didn't cross this off either. But yeah, it connected the store with a store with a little quote that should apply to a shop owner, store owner, whatever, I guess. Okay, I like this one a lot. I think the next one I'll do even better because I got this one faster. This one took me, listen, this one took me quite a little bit longer than I like to admit. Alright, so we are done, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I like these so much. I'm gonna continue to do these. These are fun for me because not only am I doing the puzzle, afterwards you get a little surprise. You get the little hidden message, you know. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me just yap. I'm always so amazed. You guys just like hearing me talk, and after I record a video, I'm like, what the heck did I even talk about? I was just yapping and yapping. Thank you so much for listening to that. Thank you. I will continue to thank you guys. Yeah, take care of yourselves, okay? I'm gonna see y'all next time.